What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the New Balance Kawhi 2 in this new money colorway. Today's video is sponsored by the good people from Heffelux. Heffelux is my all-time favorite sneaker insoles, and they sell eTPU insoles, which essentially is the same material you'll find in Adidas Boost. So if you're looking to add some additional comfort inside your shoes, be sure to check out their website, which I've linked down below in the description box. You'll see they sell a variety of different insoles, so depending on the type of insole density and the cushioning setup you're looking for, whether that's for a pair of thick winter boots or for sneakers, you're going to find there's a suitable insole for everyone. So I've been a paying customer of Heffelux for years now, and to me I find them very comfortable. So if you guys want to check them out and try a pair for yourself, be sure to use the code SEANGO at checkout and get 15% off your entire purchase. So this is the second New Balance signature sneaker for former Toronto Raptor and NBA champion Kawhi Leonard. Releasing back on March 19th, these dropped for a price of $160 US or 210 Canadian dollars, and the colorway for this shoe is gray mist and pale gold, and the product code is BBKLSNM2. Before I go on any further though, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that this is not a performance review. So I've not actually played basketball in these at all, so consider this more of a first look and first impressions video. And if you guys are looking for more of an in-depth performance review, then I'm sure there's tons of other channels on YouTube that have that sort of content up. So before we get into the actual details of this shoe, the overall colorway and its inspiration is based off of the US $100 bill. And according to New Balance website, it's inspired by the wealth and the financial savvy that Kawhi Leonard is seeking. And I quote, taken directly from newbalance.com, Kawhi aims to inspire future generations of athletes to build their own legacies as entrepreneurs by demonstrating that generational wealth is possible for persons of color. So first off, here's a quick look at the box. This comes in a black-based cardboard box. On the very top, we have the New Balance logo, we have Kawhi's wordmark, along with his signature large hands, which is where his nickname of being the Claw comes from. And throughout the shoe, you'll see it's inspired also by palmistry or palm reading. So diving into the details, this is a brand new silhouette, and my first thought was that it kind of reminds me of the look of the New Balance two-way basketball sneaker. So the majority of the upper is constructed out of New Balance FitWeave Light technology, which is a very lightweight semi-translucent mesh material that has these fibers woven into it to give you that added level of lockdown and support. Surrounding the front toe cap, we have this fuse overlay in this cream color, which gives you that added durability. Moving downwards, covering the entire side panels of the shoe, we have more of that FitWeave Light technology, and the bottom four eyelets are visible on the top of the shoe in this shovel-shaped fashion, and this extends all the way down to the bottom of the shoe to give you that added lockdown when you tighten up your laces. Covering the top eyelet, we have this hit of cream-colored felt, and then underneath this, you'll see we have more of these design cues, which is taken from the $100 US bill. Running down the back, we have this hit of blue, which again is taken from the $100 bill, and on the top of the heel, we have this cream-colored neoprene-like material with this felt overlay on top, with the number 2 branded in two different ways between the left foot and the right. Surrounding the bottom, we have this heel clip, which is done in this metallic gold-colored finish, and written across it we have New Balance branding, and this helps with giving you added support and added lockdown on the back end of the shoe. Turning our attention back to the front, so the laces go through this nylon tag, which has New Balance branding on the exterior, but if you flip the tag over to the other side, it reads here, "Your fate is in your hands." As for the laces themselves, so these come with this oval shaped lace, which is done in this mint colored finish. And then underneath this, the tongue is also constructed out of FitWeave Light, and it's pretty well padded so that you don't really feel the laces touching your feet. The very top of the tongue though, this part which is done in mint, this portion of the tongue isn't nearly as padded as the rest of the tongue. And once again, it's done in this felt-like material, which to be honest felt a little bit cheap. And pressed on the top, we have 100 branded in two different ways. As for the insole, these come with an Ortholite foam insole. It's finished with this mint color on top, and pressed on the heel, we have a graphic of Kawhi Leonard's hand, once again with that palmistry or palm reading inspiration behind it. So the upper of the Kawhi 2 sits atop this full-length fuel cell foam midsole. Fuel cell is essentially a nitrogen-infused TPU foam, which gives you a ton of responsiveness and bounce back. But you'll see along the forefoot, a portion of the outsole wraps up and onto the sides, which helps contain your foot when you're doing quick side-to-side cuts. Turning the shoe over to the bottom, so the majority of the outsole is done in this semi-translucent rubber. In the middle, we have this white colored shank plate, which helps with torsional rigidity and midfoot support, and you'll see that this shank plate extends upwards, and it sits underneath your forefoot. And in the middle, that portion that was wrapping up and onto the side of the midsole, we have this rubber hit, which is supposed to be inspired by Kawhi Leonard's hands holding the shoe itself. So this has this wavy rib-like effect to it, and once again you'll see these palmistry symbols found throughout. So that breaks down the look and the construction of these Kawhi 2s. And for those wondering how these fit, overall I feel like these do fit true to size. So I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I got these in a size 10, and they fit me perfectly from a width perspective. They were maybe a little bit long from a length perspective, but I think if I'm playing ball in these and I'm wearing thicker performance socks, then the length of the shoe will be fine as well. Just to give you guys a point of comparison, for my normal New Balance casual or lifestyle shoes, I wear between a 9.5, which is a half size down, and a 10. So for this pair, I'd recommend sticking true to size. Unless, for example, you have very narrow feet and you like more of that snug one-to-one fit, then you might be able to get by with going a half size down, but I wouldn't really recommend it. Next up, in terms of the comfort, so overall this shoe was pretty comfortable straight out of the box. Again, this is not a performance review, so my only experience was just walking around in them, and to me, I thought they felt great. You can feel that fuel cell under your foot, especially on the back heel. And the thing I really liked about the comfort was that the upper really felt contained. It really felt like it was hugging and locking down your foot. Meanwhile, the fuel cell underneath, it gave you that good balance of cushioning and softness while giving you responsiveness and support. So I don't know how these will perform on a basketball court, but my initial impression is that they feel really good. Finally, in terms of the overall quality and the craftsmanship, so first off, material quality is kind of hard to assess. The majority of the materials used on this shoe are synthetics. There's a lot of meshes, a lot of fused materials, so it's really hard to judge it from that standpoint. The one thing I wasn't that big of a fan of was this felt-like material, which was used on the tongue and the top eyelet. This to me felt a little bit cheap, so it would have been better if they replaced that with more traditional leather instead. But in terms of the overall build and the craftsmanship, I thought this pair was pretty flawless. I didn't have any issues at all. So even though we didn't get the best of materials, I thought the overall build was very solid. So with all that out of the way now, let's toss these Kawhi 2s on feet and I'll show you guys how these look. To me, being a huge Toronto Raptor fan, obviously Kawhi will always have a special place in not only mine, but the majority of Toronto Raptor fans' hearts. So because of that, I've always kind of kept a close eye on his shoes. And I think that the Kawhi 2 from a design standpoint looks much better than the Kawhi 1. So I'm very excited and curious to see what future colorways they drop for this silhouette. And even though, again, I didn't play ball in these, my first initial thoughts are that this is a very solid shoe, and straight out of the box at least, they feel great. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this Kawhi 2 and this new money colorway. What are your overall thoughts on the design? And do you see yourself buying any future colorways down the road, or it's not really your cup of tea? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram as well at esco8. Check me out on Twitter at sean.go and visit my website as well at seango.ca. So until next time, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review and hopefully it helped you in some way, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.